Hello, in this video we're going to go over bank enrollment for the 2020 tax season. So what we're going to do is when you first log into the software, you're going to be looking at the dashboard, and if you look towards the top center of the page, you're going to notice there is a button there that says Start 2020 Tax Year Bank Enrollment. So let's go ahead and click on that button and it'll take us to the page where we need to go. All right, so on the screen here, you're going to see our firm EFIN list for the 2020 tax year. This is the EFIN here that we will be using for the upcoming year. So you'll see your EFIN listed. Your bank product is not yet registered. And a button here, it says use EFIN for 2020 tax year. So if this is your number, this is the one that we're going to be using for the upcoming tax season. We're going to click on this button here. And now the page refreshes. We have our firm EFIN list for 2020 tax year. Our status is unfinished. We're not yet registered, but now we can actually begin the application process. And to do so, we're going to go over to the right side of the page where there is a green rectangle, our Enroll with Bank button. So let's go ahead and click on that. And then on the following screen, you're going to see our 5 banking partners. So you're going to select the one that you prefer to work with. So for this example, I'm going to select EPS. And once I make my selection, I'm going to click on Save and Continue. And then on the following screen, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to continue with EPS or your respective bank? Because once you make your decision and once you advance past this page, you're locked in. There's no changing. So make sure that's who you want to work with. Indicate yes, that you're sure, and click on Save and Continue. All right, so then on the following page here, it's going to ask where your office is located. Now it's based on your firm information. So in my example, I'm defaulted to Missouri, but yours will default to your respective state, but adjust if necessary. And if everything looks good, click on Save and Continue. All right, so on the following page here, now let me make this clear that regardless of which bank that you select, these screens that we're about ready to go through, they're going to vary slightly, but they're all going to essentially be asking the same thing. They're going to be asking, about which program you're going to enroll with. They're going to ask about the EFIN holder and company information, and we'll go through those. But just remember, if you select something different, it may not be the exact same, but it will be similar. So let's get started here. So I'm just going to leave it's going to default to e-bonus, but you're free to select e-collect or e-advance, whichever you prefer. So let's go through our questions here. So we'll just say, let's see here. Yeah, let's do those. All right. And then down below, we have our transmitter fee, and this is something we're going to visit a little bit later on. This $10 transmitter fee is what OLT will take out of the taxpayer's refund. And you have an option to increase this and take part in our rebate program, but I'll touch on that here in a little bit. You can add an electronic filing fee if you wish. It is not required, but you can if you like. So for this example, we're going to leave that at 0. And I'm going to proceed putting in the bank information where my preparation fees will go to. So let's take a moment. Let's do this. All right. And I'm just going to say yes for those. And again, select what is right for you. But once you've made your entries, we're going to click on Save and Continue. All right, so then on the following page, some information throughout this application will be pulled and entered for you, but there are a lot of boxes here that will still need to be completed. So let's go ahead and take care of that. All right. All right, so once this information about your office has been completed, we're going to click on Save and Continue. And the next screen is going to ask about EIF and owner. So let's take a moment and enter that. And you can, throughout this process, you're going to notice some checkboxes here that can pull some information. It's just kind of something to help you complete these fields a little bit quicker. All right, and once EIF and owner information is completed, we'll click on Save and Continue. And this is a good example here. If something happens to be missing, you will be shown a red, highlighted in red what is missing. So I happen to forgot the phone numbers. So let me just enter that real quick. And that will happen throughout the application. If anything is required and you happen to overlook it, it's going to let you know. It's going to highlight in red and ask you to complete that field. So now that we got our phone number in place, let's click on Save and Continue. All right, so it's going to ask about the primary contact for the business. So let's enter that information here. All right, and let's say because I didn't use them for the prior year, it will leave this blank. So let's say other OLT Pro. All right, and for the business owner, we're going to check the box here. It's going to pull over the business information. All right, and one thing that you will need to enter is the percent of business owned by owner number one. And for this example here, I'm going to put in 100% just to say I'm the sole owner of the business. And when I go down here, I want to check this box, and it'll pull over the information. So now the control person over here on the right, you will want to enter their details, and if it happens to be the same person, we can just check this box here, and we'll fill in a few pieces of information, a few extra fields here, and let's see, we'll check that box to say we got the same address. All right, then on the following page is going to ask you some more information about the check mailing address, security question, product and tax ID information, shipping. So let's go ahead and let's take a moment and fill this out. All right, and again, I can just check this box here to enter those details. Other information, let's just put in that. All right, and once that's entered, we're going to click on Register Bank. All right, so we're going to start going through the fine print here. So we'll take a look at this here, indicate that we agree to proceed. And then you're going to have a lot of reading material here. So you'll want to take a look at that, go down all the way to the bottom, and then click on I agree. Now on this page here, you're going to get some information about the OLT Pro rebate program. So how this rebate program works is you can increase the transmitter fee from $10 up to any value capping at $40. So essentially, when you select to use a refund transfer product with the bank, OLT will take $10 out of the taxpayer's refund. And if you choose to enroll, any amount above that will be held back for you, and that will be paid out twice a year. So if you look at the print here of how it works, the first payout is closing in May and pays out in June, and the second one closes in December and pays out in March. So this is an optional program. You don't have to enroll if you don't wish, but if you would like to, we're going to go down here to the bottom and we're going to select yes. Yes, you would like to participate. And by selecting yes, you're going to enter the amount you want to charge. So it must be between $11 and $40. So in this example, if I enter 40, that means when a refund transfer is done, that means OLT will take the 10 and $30 will be held back and paid out to you twice a year. So because we're going to enroll with this, I am going to then click on Save and Continue. And on the next screen, we're going to ask for essentially W-9 information. So I'm going to enter some details here regarding my business and the address. And you can jump down here on the zip code directly to that, and it'll plug in the city for you. So then we'll need to enter our EIN or social information. And down below, we're going to certify that this information is correct. So we will enter our name here real quick and then click on Save and Continue. All right, so then the following page is about receiving that rebate payment for you. So what we can do now is direct deposit this into the bank if you wish that you initially entered at the beginning. So you don't have to do this if you don't want, and by going down below you can indicate that you do not want direct deposit. You can receive a paper check instead. Or if you would like to have it direct deposit to a different account, you can select the second option here, enter that bank information, and proceed from there. But for this example here, we're just going to use the same bank as where the preparation fees will go. So I just leave this option here selected, and I will click on Save and Continue. All right, now on this page here is the summary of all the information that we've entered, our account information, office, EFIN, and business owner. And if we scroll down to the bottom here, we're going to have some options. You can view your W-9 and the ACH authorization. And then these three buttons over here are key ones. We can click on Back to EFIN List, which takes us out. It kind of stops us in our tracks. We don't proceed. Edit enrollment is to go back in and change any information. And then transmit enrollment is to immediately send it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and click on transmit enrollment. And we can see now that the page will update here at the top. We get this notification here that our EPS bank enrollment has been queued on this date and time. It has been sent to us to send it to your respective bank. And it will go through its process. Hopefully it doesn't reject, but it will let you know here. You will see something maybe as pending or need additional information, and the bank will reach out to you and gather that information. And once everything has been completed, you will see an acceptance, and you will then be able to offer bank products to your clients. And that is how you complete and transmit your bank enrollment for the 2020 tax year.